Yeshiva World.
Yes, there's a curfew every day throughout the whole day. The only time that people are allowed to be on the streets are from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And first of all, the reason is because of looting. They want to make sure that they have full control of everything that's going on. They deployed 700 Marines today across the island. The National Guard is here. There's Army personnel that are here as well in all areas that were affected, and there are no places for helicopters to land. They're dropping people from the military to inspect and to go around, and they're setting up different doctors in different parts of the island. Everyone's really coming together in a beautiful way in different areas, setting up shop. A doctor friend of ours set up shop at the Ritz-Carlton. Another doctor set up shop in the north side of the island.
Right.
And there's, besides not the curfew, there's also the tremendous need of clearing the roads. 60-70% of the poles booked net. So the roads are full of power lines. The roads are full of debris. The roads are full of roofs. The roads are full of, and to be able to properly clear the place, they need to have space for people to do it. But on the other hand, people need to get out and get supplies. Yetz Hashem, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be able to have a special pass to be able to go out past curfew, to be able to visit all the Yidden. Baruch Hashem, we've located almost every single Yid of the 400-some Yidden that we know here. And there's still 2 Yidden that we haven't located, but it's probably an issue of cell phone service. Right after the storm, my wife and I, during curfew, we left children. We stayed in the Paragon Medical Building. A few doctors, very bunkered in a very safe place. Baruch Hashem, we were here. Dr. George Rosenberg. We stayed in St. Thomas in the radiology department with Dr. George Rosenberg, Dr. Jeffrey Guller, very dear friend of ours, who works here as well, Nicole Stephens. And we bunkered down together with him and a bunch of other people. We went there, my wife and I, the next morning. We left our kids. We have another couple here who's here to teach the kids for their chinuch. And they took care of the kids, the Meshech Hayim. My wife and I got into a car. We drove around to different areas that were affected and knocking on doors, condominiums. A lot of people in those areas had no cell phone service. We came back with a list of like 120 people that people wrote down for us to contact when we go back to the other side of the island, just to let their family know that they're fine and they're okay. The overwhelming feeling of people when we knocked on their doors and met them and saw them was just like people fell on our shoulders crying. We're so overwhelmed. We're so touched. Some of the homes, the roofs went. Some of the homes, walls went. I mean, the destruction is pashut. It's horrific over here. Before the storm, we took everything. We took a lot of food to last us for pretty much a week to the medical building. The medical building is on a generator. So we have food today. I mean, we're running out from over here. My house itself, there's a couple of freezers, and we have some food over there. The problem is that the generator, for some reason, didn't kick in, and it's almost impossible to get someone to come out to work with the generator. I'm hoping that we're able to get someone to come with the generator to have it, but still, that supply is going to last for a couple of days, and we still need a lot of food to be brought in, especially under these circumstances for Rosh Hashanah. People are behisated. People in the community who we have had a very peripheral relationship with are overwhelmingly happy and touched and moved to hear from us, and they want to hear from us, and it's a tremendous damnus for us to be able to touch them and their neshama and their Yiddishkeit in the time that shluchim belong in a place like this, at a time that there are people who are hurting in such a deep way. This is the time, and this is his damnus to be able, in this matzah, to be able to touch them in the deepest of ways that they'll remember forever and that will affect them. My mishpacha today got on a boat and went to Puerto Rico because of, again, the supplies are running out on the islands. So the food is becoming scarce. My mishpacha went to Puerto Rico, and my wife is there not just to evacuate, but also because a lot of the people, the elderly people, people with families, a lot of people are sending their children to Puerto Rico. My wife is there, staying in the Chabad house with Rabbi Zarchi and Rachi Zarchi, and she's going to be greeting people that are coming from the boats, arranging also from Puerto Rico to have people that are especially in need to be able to come with boats and to be able to greet them with warm meals and to invite them to come into the Chabad house and spend time with them for the duration of the time that they're in Puerto Rico until either they're able to go back to St. Thomas or they're flying to other places. The reason that we need help is the generator. We don't know what the story is. We might need to buy a completely new generator. We need to be able to bring in supplies. As it is, it's extremely expensive. We have Rosh Hashanah coming, and we will probably have our largest Rosh Hashanah in terms of people that are coming, that are here. Everyone, the businesses are shut down. Right. Everyone's going to be coming. There's no people aren't people that work or that are secular are going to be coming for Rosh Hashanah this year. We need to make sure to be able to get supplies to come in to be able to help. We had extensive damage. The outer part of our Chabad house, which is also our house, a roof from a resort nearby, I should say nearby, 0.3, 0.4 of a miles away, flew off and landed on top of right in front of our house. We have a very large area which is built extremely sturdy, extremely strong. That's the area where we have all of our sudas outside. It's the largest place where we could accommodate Shabbos. We have 70, 80 people there sometimes during season, and that's the location where we have it. That whole place was completely destroyed. Nobody reached out to us. What seems to have happened is that a lot of the attention, I don't know if it's because St. Martin was hit first, and because the situation of the Shluchim were that they were in a place that was not protected as well, so their situation became an immediate dire situation that everybody was aware of, and it seems that was the primary focus of a lot. But our situation over here, and the situation on the island, and the situation of the businesses, and the situation of the Yidden that are here, is definitely terrible, if not on the same par as the destruction in St. Martin. But we have not been, nobody has reached out to us thus far. I would also love to be able to coordinate with FEMA and with the Red Cross and with other organizations to be able to bring in supplies. It's also his dominance to bring in kosher supplies. A lot of Yidden, I just got off the phone right now with one person specifically. This is one of many who does not have a generator in his house. He says tomorrow he's running out of food. He's hoping that the places will be open and be able to buy it. There are a lot of Yidden that Pasha needed. They're going to need to bring them supplies. If he could bring down kosher meals for these people, it would be something they would remember forever.